Hey guys, how are you doing for the past week? Today is Friday, March 26th, and there is a very hot topic about Nike's share price drops on yesterday is because the China cotton Xinjiang sanction. So today we will discuss a little bit on how much on the profit if Nike needs to retrieve from China. If all the Nike need to retrieve from China's retail market, what is the profit? What is the percentage of the profit that affect Nike? I can tell you it is killing on Nike, but it is also doing great harm to China. Both of them will be loose, right? So actually, let us have a very short discussion on that. So for the 10 years and 30 years Treasury bond interest rate, it's still rising, but the rising speed is slowed down. So for the 10 years Treasury bond interest rate is 1.628% yesterday, and for the 30 years is 2.354% yesterday. It's gradually rising, but it's not as sharp as before. So actually, we have a little bit rise on the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. Yesterday, our portfolio, no change, still 55%. We dropped it a little bit. But it's still okay. So actually, if any readers have any topics want me to discuss or want me to analyze which company on this program, so you can leave your comment under the YouTube or directly email to me at usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. Thank you. So today we will discuss shortly on Nike share price drops yesterday on China's cotton Xinjiang sanction. We will talk a little bit on the history, how it happened, when it happened, what is the effect on Nike's profit, and what will be the effect on China. So you can see our Falcon 350,000 portfolio. We dropped it 3% this year. So you can see it's very clear. And I suggest all the investors do that, right? So make it in a very simple spreadsheet. And then for year 2020, it's passed already, right? So we got a 55% increment. And for this year, up to now, we have a 3% loss, right? So we're still okay. Then we dropped a little bit. So let us look at Nike's share price history. This is the 5-year one. So you can see actually during this pandemic on the past year, now America is gradually recovering. And the percentage of the people that take the vaccine is 25%. Hong Kong is quite low. It's just about 5%, right? It's probably because the vaccine is from Pfizer, right? And then actually you can see during the whole pandemic, after March of last year, and then Nike share price goes up again. It get the new high, and then it just dropped in this in just past 1 to 2 weeks because of the interest rate increase of the Treasury bond. So actually Nike's performance is quite good. You can see in the past 1 year 52 weeks, it rised a double, just a bit by a bit. Well, you can see the past 52 weeks low is 76, and the past 52 week high is 147. So it rises nearly 100%. And the PE ratio is 60%, right? It has a little bit dividend, 0.68%. So what will be this Xinjiang cotton sanction on Nike's profit? This is what we should take care of, right? So let us see how this Xinjiang cotton sanction appear. This is not appeared from Biden. This appeared by Donald Trump. It's on last year, September. There is one order called withhold release order And then Donald Trump make the first shot on the Xinjiang section. And because at the time it's a forced labor on the museum, something like that, the same you hear in recent days. And on early this year, 2021, when Donald Trump still there, still the president of America, and then on early of 2021 January, Donald Trump already forbidden all products originated from Xinjiang cotton or tomato importing to USA. This is an ordinance in USA already. So you may say, why it suddenly bursts up again? It's because after the Alaska meeting in last week on China and America, and then now EU, the Europe Union confided the same. That's the reason. And there's one community called BCI. It's a Swiss company. BCI's whole name is Better Cotton Initiative. Better Cotton Initiative. And she is the community to issue the permit. Issue the permit for every origin of all the cotton for Europe and for Europe. And this BCI, Better Cotton Initiative, after EU confided the same without release order of America, and then she said, and she declared, she will not issue the permit for Xinjiang cotton. That's the reason. Because she's not declared it, and then if she says she will not declare and will not issue the permit, that means she's not allowed for all the EU's company or enterprises use Xinjiang cotton or anything originated from Xinjiang cotton or originated from it. So you can say she banned it. It is the ladies working in Xinjiang for collecting the cotton, right? So it's quite nice, huh? Very beautiful. What are the global brands? We call it global brands, right? Involved now. And then you will hear then the first one is H&M, right? H&M. And then now H&M is being attacked by the by a lot of the criticizers online in China, right? H&M, and then is we can hear is Burberry, then you can hear is Adidas, also from Europe, and then Nike. Nike is the big one, right? The biggest one from America, and then Uniqlo and Muji is from Japan. But they are quite embarrassing, right? They did not say that they will ban it, but they said that actually they will take a close look on that. You know that a lot of retail shops of Uniqlo and Muji in China. So now we are quite concerned about how Nike's being affected by this sanction. So let us take a look on the percentage of Xinjiang cotton supply for the whole world. The whole China is occupied 20% of the BCI's cotton supply. And then Xinjiang occupied 87.3% of China. That means if BCI banned Xinjiang cotton, that means within the whole world, about 17% of the cotton supply is shortened. Quite simple, right? And you may ask me, then will there be not any cotton supply? No, because there are still another supplies in the whole world, and the another biggest one is India, and India and Pakistan is the cheapest one because of their cheap labor force, right? China also import a lot of cotton from India because it's cheap. It's even cheaper than China produced by themselves. You know that you just farm it, right? But the point is you have to pay. You have to pay the labor for collecting it, right? The labor consume the money, not the cotton itself. And now the arguing point about the sanction is China is forcing some Xinjiang people to do that, or low pay, or very, very low pay, or even without any pay, right? This is what they are arguing about. But no matter what they argue, China also import a lot of cotton from India because it's cheaper than China produced by itself. And then of course it's USA, but USA, the labor force is very expensive. Of course, we know that some of them use the machines. And then the fourth one is Pakistan, and then Brazil, and then this one I don't know how to pronounce, and then Australia, etc., etc. You can check the checklist on the internet. So actually, we all know that in America and in Europe, this is a passed ordinance already. Even China banned all the shops, Nike, Adidas, H&M, Burberry, Vans, whatever, right? And then this is a passed ordinance. Their enterprise, their company has to comply. No other way around. So what is the next step? If like that, then maybe the whole world need to consume from India, from Pakistan, from Brazil. And India now, the pandemic is better than last August, but it's going a little bit worse than 2 months before. So actually India is holding some vaccine for herself first. And then after India's pandemic goes better, and then it will supply to UK again. So actually, if like that, if this is an ordinance passed in America and also in Europe, then the whole world has no choice. It has to turn to India, right? The cheapest one, and then Pakistan. No other choice, right? So let us take a look on Nike's finance, right? Actually, I should take the Q1, but doesn't matter. I just want a percentage, right? And the total revenue for this quarter, that means the Q4 of Nike in last year, is 11.2 billion. Is the revenue, not the net income. And then China occupied how much? 20.5%. Very big. And then we can see for the earning before interest and tax, right, is 1.45 billion. And then China occupied how much? 61.4%. So I think for the net income, I think China's part occupied about 40 to 45% for the net income. That means if Nike can no longer sell in China, its net profit will drop 30%. That means its share price will drop will drop at least 30 to 40%. You can see the figure, right? And how about if Nike just not using Xinjiang cotton for her products? How much of that it will affect Nike? So we can see the revenue distribution. You know that Nike is famous for footwear, right? For the athletic footwear. So you can see that for the footwear is 6.8 billion. It is a quarter, not a 1 year. We just want the percentage. And apparel is just 3.58 billion. Equipment is 0.347 billion. And global is 0.08 billion. Total is 10.74 billion. We know that actually footwear will not use cotton, right? Am I right? I don't think so, right? And then for apparel, just some of them will use cotton, right? Just some of them, like the t-shirts, like the shorts, or like some trousers for running, for jogging, and for doing playing basketball. Not all of them are cotton. They are branded. That means cotton brand, cotton fiber branded with polyester, something like that, right? So actually, we can take about rough estimation. If for apparel, 20% of them involve that cotton, and if Nike is not using Xinjiang cotton, and she has to use from India or also from America, then what will be the total effect? It will only affect 0.716 billion business from Nike. 20% out from the apparel, right? So for the total effect on the total revenue of Nike, how much? 6.67% only. Not a big deal, right? Only on the revenue. Maybe it only affect on the net income, maybe just 3 or 4%. So you can see that Nike is quite silent on that because it's not affecting her, right? But the point is, if Nike cannot do any business or retail from China, it will kill Nike. That's the reason, right? And there's some conclusion is by only not using Xinjiang cotton, maybe use India, maybe use Australia, maybe use America, is not doing big harm to Nike. We can say that just few percent. But if Nike lose China market, its profit will drop more than 50%. For instance, maybe it will switch its retail shops to India, to Far East, to Brazil, whatsoever. But the point is, it will take time. For instance. But in return, if China lose Nike, it will create a very big unemployment and serious effect on a nearby small business. You know how much shops, how much store in China of Nike? Is 6,000 store in China. 6,000. Because China is very big, right? So you can see if Adidas, H&M, Zara, all of them involved that counted, they cannot do any business in China and they all need to move out. They will have a great harm on all of these global brands. But the point is, China will also get a great harm because actually the unemployment will be over 1 million people for all of the brand. And also they are in very central business area like Shanghai, like Guangzhou is in the business area, like Beijing in the capital, something like that. So it will all affect the restaurant business, food business, transportation, the rent. And all of us know that for Nike, for instance, a lot of China's betting, fashion shows, athletic spokesperson, TV shows, all of them is based on Nike. We know that, right? A lot of the matches is based on Nike, like the NBA or its sponsor. So if Nike has to leave China, Nike's get a big harm on that, but China will not get less. That's the fact, right? So actually, I think this will only last for I think it only lasts for a few days, and I really hope that they sit down and talk about that, right? I don't want to conclude that which one is correct, which one is wrong, but on investor base, for the sake of investor, I don't want that to happen because it's a lose-lose situation, right? It's a lose-lose situation because you know Nike. I'm over 50 years old. I still think Nike is a very good brand on the quality, on all the making, all the workmanship, and on the prices, right? For the past 30 years, is Nike or Adidas. Some will be Converse. We know that Converse is under Nike, right? And just that, right? There are still some famous brand in China, but you know, Nike is the favorite one by all the China people, right? Even by their runners, athletics, journalists, something like that. So actually, I really hope that they can sit down, and I don't think that actually this will be last for 3 or 4 days more. All right. But the point is, because this is the ordinance, we know that this is the ordinance. No way. Nike has to follow. H&M has to follow. Zara has to follow. They have no other way. So actually, they will turn to right from India. I think it's India because actually India is the cheapest one, right? So actually, this is what we're gonna share with you on a quick look on how it will affect Nike. And actually, Nike is a very good stock. by doing that, we can see that actually Nike is profit, and actually is, we can say she has some monopoly in this athletic footwear. Has some monopoly. Also Adidas, but there's only Nike and Adidas, right? Actually, they are the two big ones. So actually, if have time, we will have specially make one program to analyze on the Q1 2021's performance of Nike, right? So actually, I hope you enjoy this video, and we just have a very quick analyze on this Xinjiang cotton sanction issue, its effect on Nike. So actually, yesterday Dow Jones is rising a bit, right? Nearly 199 points. And then for Nasdaq, still very weak, right? It drops and then it rises up again. It just 15 points, right? And actually, I do think that actually the 10 years Treasury bonds interest rate and the 30 years will still rise up. It's not ended yet. I think it will still rise up for 1 month, at least 1 month. This kind of factor will still affecting the stock market for coming 1 or 2 months. So we need to be patient on that, right? Okay, today we share up to here, and I have to say that actually next week we have ancestor worship holiday in next week, and also next week is Easter holiday, right? So next week our program will be, I don't know when, right? Maybe on Friday or maybe on Saturday or Monday, I don't know, because actually I will have few days going out for ancestor worship and also hanging out with friends, because actually we have a lockdown in Hong Kong. We have a lockdown in the Chinese New Year, and now it's better. Now the infected rate in Hong Kong is very low, just 10% infected per day is very low, right? So actually I will visit some of the friends, hang out with them. So actually, please give us a like, comment, and then click the subscribe, and then press the bell icon. Whenever there is a new video upload, then YouTube will inform you automatically, right? Okay, so let us share up to here, and then I will say that Happy Easter, and let us meet next week, right? Okay, bye-bye. Have a nice weekend. See you.